Give me a sec. So today, first, we will cover the market research and analysis part. Okay. So my voice is clear to you all?
Yes.
Okay. So today's agenda is executive summary, industry overview, target market analysis, market size and growth, competitive landscape, customer analysis, pricing analysis, distribution and sales channel, market trends and opportunities, risk factor and challenges, conclusion and strategic implications, appendices. So we have the different sections of agenda, and then we will start with market research and analysis part. Okay. So what do you mean by first critical insight? So anyone, do you have any idea about the critical insight? Yes, anyone? Okay, so I'm going to explain. The critical means if you are asking a question twice times or thrice or five times, more than twice. Okay, let's suppose if something happened, if the business is not growing. Okay, so you have asked something question that why business is not growing, what are the another aspect, and you asking why five times, right? So the critical is that after asking the why question five times and take outing the insight from there. Let's suppose I'm giving an example. One employee who came late in the morning at 8 p.m. So his manager asking that why you came late. So he's told that I was late just because today is so much traffic. So just manager asked that why you are late, why you went from home late, right? So he told that I just um, wake up in the morning late, and also I slept late in the night. So there are so many reasons. So the manager keep asking the reason why. Okay, so at the end he found the insight that he slept late at night. So that the insight. If he sleep early in at the night, so he able to come early in the office. Okay, so they are the different critical insight. Is there a detailed overview of key finding that shape strategic directions, involve analyzing data patterns, market trends, emerging behaviors leading to actionable conclusion, and the industry background. So whenever we are going to do a market research, there is where we have to research particular industry. Let's suppose there are different type of industry: food industry, tech industry, and hospital industry. So there are so many different type of industry. So whenever we are going to do a particular product market research, we have to check the industry background. In-depth examination of the industry landscape, including historical context, major changes, safe over time, understanding the foundation allows for better anticipations of future development and potential market disruption. And the next part is customer behavior. You also have to know about the customer behavior, like purchasing pattern. Okay. So you know the purchasing pattern that if someone is going to restaurant, uh, the particular age group and income group have the different purchasing power, right? If poor people going anywhere, so he has the budget of around 200 rupees, but the middle class will have the budget around 500, and the upper middle class may be having around more than 800 rupees. So there are different purchasing power of different consumer. So we have to find that purchasing pattern, preference, okay, and motivations of consumer. This encompasses both qualitative feedback and quantitative data. So we have to come up with the qualitative feedback and also with quantitative data. Quantitative data, it means we have the rating, star rating. Let's suppose someone rated 2 stars, someone rated 3 stars, someone rated 5 stars. So we have collected the quantitative data. And the quantitative data and the qualitative feedback is someone have commented that someone have given the review that quality is good or poor, or the taste is better now, or the taste is so sweeter now. So there are so many reviews. So qualitative feedback and quantitative data need to have, and the helping to shape product offerings that effectively meeting market demand. So we have to also come up with the market demand. Okay, so what the consumer demanding in that particular product. Let's suppose I have made a one product, like let's suppose I just made an app, okay, of gaming app, like puzzle, Sudoku, or Ludo. Okay, but now my consumer demanding to have a chess game in that particular app. So we have to find that, okay, what is the market demand, what consumer need in that particular app, which kind of different games he need. Okay, and the market size. We also have to find the market size. Let's suppose in India, how many people are using mobile? Let's suppose I'm here taking an example. Let's suppose there is 260 million, 260 crore people is there, and in 260 crore people, 200 people were using mobile. Okay, so 200 crore is the market size in India of particular mobile. Okay, so this is the particular market size you have to find out of the particular state wise, city wise, and the country wise. Okay, and then you have to find out the growth trends, evaluating current and projected growth trajectories with the industry, including factors that may accelerate or hinder progress. So we have to also find out the growth trends. Okay, just give me a second. Yes, so in the growth trends, we have to projected growth trajectories with the industries, including factor that may accelerate or hinder progress. This include demographic shifts, technological advances, and evolving consumer expectations. So they are the different growth trends. We have to find out that in today's era, the growth trend is AI, right? And before AI is the IT. So currently the AI industry is booming. So there are the different growth trends happening with the different period of time. Okay, and with the competitive landscape, we have to find out who all are the competitors. Okay, who all are the key players in the market and their positioning, strength and weakness. We have to find out the SWOT analysis of the competitor. The analysis is vital for identifying strategic move and niche opportunities within a crowded marketplace. Okay. And there is a key success factors, identifications of critical elements that influence success in the market, whether they are product feature, customer service, excellence, or strategic partnership. This assessment guides strategic initiative and mitigation risk. So we have to also find out the key success factors. Okay, like critical element that influence success in the market, whether they are the product features, consumer service excellence. So if I give an example about the product feature, Amazon provide the recommendations. Okay, of like, let's suppose you have selected one kind of product in Amazon. So you will get a feature of recommendation from the Amazon itself that on a particular choice of your selected product. Okay, let's suppose you have selected one t-shirt, then Amazon will provide a recommendation of similar product. So on the same color, same design, he will provide 4 to 5 similar product. So that's the product feature. Okay, and the customer service excellence or strategic partnerships, and this assessment guides strategic initiative and mitigate risk. So this assessment also guides the strategic initiative and mitigate risk. So what are the risk and what are the strategy? Okay, so strategy is something you are planning. Okay, the strategy is, let's suppose I'm standing upon the point A and I want to reach point B. Okay. And I have four road to reach point B. Either I can go straight, either I can go left, right, left, either go right, left, right. So there are like three, four strategies. Then we have to find out which strategy will make to achieve that particular goal or to reach the point B fast. Okay, so there are different strategy, different path to achieve that particular goal. That is the strategic initiative. And mitigate risk. Let's suppose there is a risk if I'm going straight, maybe there are so many stones coming in the road, and maybe I have to stop my bike there. So there is a different type of risk is involved while implementing those actions. Okay. Then the industry overview and definitions and scope, history and evaluations, current state, regulatory environment, and technological advances. So while overviewing all the industry, we have to find out the scope. The scope is are of two type: broad scope and narrow scope. Broad scope, let's suppose I have to open one food stall. Okay. So in the food stall, I have a broad scope to open like a different type of menu. Okay, let's suppose I'm opening Italy, opening dosa, and I'm opening pasta, noodles. So there are different kind of food. So these are the broad scope. We have the different categories. We can say that different categories we have, and this all are the broad scope. And let's suppose I'm just jumping into the noodles. Okay, and in the noodles, we are just focusing on the narrow scope. Narrow scope is something that you are focusing on one product very deep. Okay, and here we can see the history and evaluations, the chronological development of this industry, recognizing key milestones that have saved its current state. This historical perspective aids in understanding market cycles and predicting future trends based on past behavior. So we also have to find out what happened in the history and evaluations part. Okay, so let's suppose currently I have jump upon the AI industry. So we have to also find the what is the history, how it's evaluated, how AI came, right? So AI is generated by a machine learning. Okay, so through machine learning, through predictive analysis, it's evolved through AI intelligence. Okay, so this is the history evaluations. Chronological development of the industry, recognizing key milestone that have saved its current state. The historical perspective aids in understanding market cycle, predicting future trend based on past behaviors. Okay, and we have to find out the current status. What are the current status of the particular industry? Okay, what are the present state, market dynamics, participant performance, prevailing economic factors, landscape, baseline future benchmarking, and analysis. And the current regulatory environment is something that whenever we start a business, or anyone who is going to start a business, they have to follow rules and regulations according to the law. Okay, that is regulatory environment. They have the legal framework. If you want to acquire capital from any investor, so there is a legal procedure to acquire those capital. Okay, so these are the legal framework governing the industry. Okay, just give me a second. Yeah. So regulatory environment, technological advancement. So we have to advance the technology, like assessing of influencing technology data, redefining the industry, whether through innovations, efficiency, improvement, alter consumer interactions, acknowledging technological trends is imperative for staying competitive and relevant. So in the particular industry, when we are going to overview all over industry, we have to find out what technology they have advanced. Like Google has applied the AI chatbot, right? That is the technological advancement. Now we come back to the target market analysis. So how you are going to do a market analysis: segmentation, target audience profile, customer need and preference, pain point and gaps. So there are different segments. So how you're going to find the segment is potential customers into distinct group based on shared characteristics or behavior. The strategic segmentations enhances targeting marketing effort and product development specific to each demographics. So the strategic segmentations enhance targeted marketing. So whenever we provide strategy through data-driven decision, so it enhance the target marketing. Okay, because with the strategy we know to whom we are going to target the market. Okay, so that's the segmentations and target audience profile. So we should know, we have to analyze who all are the target audience and what are their needs and preference, what are their purchasing power, detailed personas that encapsulated attribute, need, and desire of each segment within the target market. This tailored approach ensure that marketing strategy resonates effectively with specific groups. Okay. Now, customer need and preference. We have to find out the customer needs and preference. Okay. Customer truly desire from product or services alongside their shopping motivations. This insight type product innovations inform customer service practice that align with expectations. So we have to find out what the customer need. Okay, so customer need like customer service they need. Okay, so how we can find the customer need through customer service. Okay, when if the company have a customer service, then the customer service representative will call the consumer and they will ask that are you happy with this product or not? If say no, then they will share the need and preference. So we will get all the customer need and preferences from there. Okay, and what are the pain point and gaps? So whenever a consumer share that in this particular product or every feature is fine, but I find two three feature missing in this particular product, so that are the pain point. If consumer finds something he wants to have in that particular product but they didn't find in that particular product, so that are the pain point, and that are same as gap also. So while analyzing the market, we have to find the consumer pain point and what are the market gap. And here we can see the market size and growth. Market size matrices, growth trends. We have already explained drivers of growth. So what are the drivers of growth? So we can see a demographic shift, economic conditions, changes in consumer preference. Identifying these drivers empowers organizations to leverage their position effectively. So how we are going to leverage their position effectively? By identifying these drivers, economic condition. If a company providing some product, okay, and we have to also analyze the economic conditions and demographic shift, that this particular product is suitable for that particular economic or not. Okay, in the economic, I mean that in a corona, right? In the corona, that how's the share prices went down, everything. And in that particular time, if someone launched their own product which is used in offline, then might be that product is going to be affect because it's already affecting in economic. through Corona, right? So that are the economic conditions and demographic shifts. And seasonality and cyclicality. So here, there are the season and cyclicality, understanding the inherent fluctuations in market demand based on seasonal trends or economic cycle. This analysis helps business optimize operational efficiency and inventory management throughout varying demand periods. Okay. So we have to find out what are the seasonal trend from January, February, March, April. Okay, we are doing a quarter seasonal. January to April, then April, May, June, July, August, and September, October, November, December. So we have done quarterly wise 3 times. January to April and May to August and November to August, September to December. Okay. So these are the seasonal trend in first quadratic trend like January to April. I have seen the massive uptrend, and from May, we have seen the not uptrend also not downtrend. It's static trend we can say. And in the after August, we coming to this September, we can see the trends downtrend. So we have known that in which season there is a particular demand of particular product. Okay, so these are the seasonality, cyclicality. And here we can see the competitive landscape, who all are the key players. We have to do a find out strength, weakness, opportunity, threat of the key players. SWOT analysis is same. What are the barriers to entry? Let's suppose I want to launch a product, but to launch that particular product, I have to invest around 1 crore rupees. So that is barrier to entry because I don't have 1 crore rupees in my budget. So that can be a barrier to entry. Competitive advantage. Let's suppose everyone giving a training for job, but none of were giving the training for freelancing, right? So I have the competitive advantage over there. So we should find out the competitive advantage, key players, SWOT analysis, everything here in competitive landscape. And here customer analysis. In customer analysis, you find out the customer demographic. So demographic, what do you mean by demographic? Demographic mean including age, gender, location, income level, and educations, which influence purchasing behavior and product preferences. Okay, in particular age, let's suppose if you are selling candies, then might be more than uh, more than 60-year-old of people might be won't able to have a candy. Okay, but the same age like 5 years old to 15-year-olds have the highest preference of having a candy in that particular age, and gender both male and female. And in different location, let's suppose Gurgaon, there are the younger generation having there are the younger youths. So in Gurgaon you can sell more instead of selling in Delhi. Okay, so we have to find the particular location, income level, educations, age, gender, and many things. And buying behavior is analysis of consumer purchasing pattern, including research habit, decision-making process, product selections, insight, and into buying behavior, inform how companies can effectively encourage conversion. So what are the buying behavior cover is including research habits. Okay, so every consumer have different habits. Okay, different habits of taste or purchasing or habits of acquiring something like they have someone interested in playing different toys, right? Different taste. So there are different habits the consumer have, and we have to research that particular habit. Decision making process, product selections, insight into buying behavior, inform how companies can effectively encourage conversion. Customer journey mapping. So how you are going to map the customer journey? Okay, by strategic approach through visualize and analyze. So visualization is only be done when you have a collected proper data, which which align with business goal and vision. Okay, then only you can give a proper strategy and analyze the entire journey, entire customer journey, identifying all touch point along their purchasing path. Journey enhances customer experience and foster loyalty. So we have to find all the customer journey mapping by purchasing path, that the consumer, what's the consumer touch point? Let's suppose customer are looking for sweetener candy or salty candy. Okay, so they are the touch point if they are looking for something. And along with the purchasing path means how they are going to purchase, either they are paying with money, they have notes, or they can pay with the credit card, debit card, net banking. So there are different purchasing path. Okay, so we have to find out all the customer journey, that one customer from attracting something and buying that particular product and paying for that particular product. So we have to map everything, customer journey from unknown to known to we can say that unknown to known to paid customer. Okay, so this is the proper customer journey map. What are the pricing analysis? You have to price what are the current price in market. Let's suppose I have to launch a one candy, okay, which is sweetener candy, and the current price in the market is my competitor selling each candy of 1 rupees, and so we got the current price. And what are the price sensitivity of fluctuation in price? So we have seen sometime that candy price went up by 1 rupees more. So the price is right now is 2 rupees. So fluctuation is 1 rupees. Okay, so price sensitivities means how much fluctuating in demand and supply. So it's we can say about 1 rupees they can fluctuate. And computer pricing strategy. What are the strategy of pricing? Okay. So let's suppose January to April, consumer competitors were selling candy at rupees 1, and after completing this 4 months, they are selling the same candy of rupees 2. Okay, so they have the particular strategy. Or if you will buy 10 candies, then I will offer, or the competitor offers 2 more candy extra. So they are the strategy of pricing strategy. Okay. Your pricing model, exploration of the principal model we adopt, whether based on cost plus value based penetrations, strategy, and effective model. So we have to make a proper pricing model about cost plus value based penetration strategy and effective model, maximize profitable while remaining appealing to consumer. And there are distribution and sales channels. Primary channels are the sales channels through online, retail, wholesaler, and other method. And the effective channels are the sales volume, customer reach, overall conversion rate, okay, adjustment and optimizations. And trend in distributions are digital transformation, omni-channels approaches, evolving customer preference, keeping abreast of this trend. So the primary channels, you already know about how we are going to have online or retail wholesaler, and effective of channels is like the sales volume, customer reach, and overall conversion rate. Means I got leads of 1,000, and in 1,000 customer, 100 customer were paid. So 10% is the conversion rate. So how much effective that particular channel is, whether I'm selling through retail or wholesaler. Okay. So we have to find out the conversion rate of each channel partner. Trend in distribution, digital formations, omni-channels. So there are different trends in distribution. Market trends and opportunities, emerging trends. We have to find innovations, opportunity that if the competitors have the advantage of, advantage of having so many features. So we have to come up with something extra or something unique features, so we can compete with the competitor. So innovation opportunities, market gaps, emerging trends. So let's suppose I'm providing an IT. Just give me a second. Yeah. So emerging trends are something that evolving consumer habit that present a new avenues for the growth. Risk factor and challenges. What are the internal risks? What are the external risks? What are the mitigation strategies? May include contingency in mitigation strategies. We can say the insurance, because someone is doing life insurance, someone is doing bike insurance, car insurance to protect the risk. So we have the mitigation strategy to minimize potential impact. Okay. Conclusion strategy implications are summary of insight, market entry recommendations. So how we can do an entry in market through a retail partner or through wholesaler partner or through online. What are the entry and investment priorities? How much investment we have to do in particular segment like marketing, sales, identifying the key areas of investment based on potential returns and alignment with strategic objective, allocation for maximum impact. So let's suppose I have to sell any product. In that particular product, there are so many different features. So I have to invest on top three features. We are going to provide me so much maximized revenue. So that is the investment prioritize. And the rest is sustainable competitive advantage, define the core competencies and unique trait that contribute to a sustainable competitive advantage, ensuring longevity and market leadership. This involves leveraging strength to build resilience against competitors. So we have to, sustain with competitive advantage with coming with the new technology, ensure longevity, market leadership, and to leverage strength to build resilience. So do you know about resilience? Anyone? Do you know about resilience?
Yes, resilience means how much we can sustain and fight back and face our problems, even
Hmm.
if we are launching a boom and we don't get immediate response, but how long we can resist and be in the game.
Hmm. Yeah, right. So whenever we are going through with some bad situation or failure situation, we can say, but still after having a failure, we still keep on working on that particular goal for a long term and becoming unstoppable is a resilience. Means we are reworking again and again for particular goal. Okay. And the appendices are the survey result. So there are so many surveys, right, in which consumer provide all the details related to their preference and behaviors. So we can have a quantitative data about consumer preference and behaviors from the survey result. We can also have an interview with the particular industry experts or key stakeholder, because when we have an interview with industry expert, they are going to share so many quantitative as well as qualitative data that what is happening in current state. Data tables are the structured representations of various data points, matrices that underpin our analysis, allowing for detailed examinations and further validations of insight. So in data tables, we have to represent in a structured way of each and data which are going to, we are going to transform them in a visualization way and find out the validation of insight, graphs and charts and reference and citation. So all this, we have the different tools to come up with the insight. After, doing with market research and analysis part, then we are coming with the visualization, and at the end, we are coming with the insight. And with the insight, we are making proper strategy, and that strategy is forward toward the that particular business owner. Okay. So we have completed all the market research and analysis part.